without any further ado, let's get started. We'll say some prayers. Whoever knows the prayers, please get started with them. All the kids, all the grown-ups who know the prayers, please start. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadkam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Satam Sajivam Sadhvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरं गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. We'll say some prayers from Ram Raksha Stotra. Sorry, you're not seeing my screen. This is something else. Try again. Sorry, I'll pull it up again. So we'll say some prayers from Ram Raksha Stotra. This is by Lord Shiva. So I just have few verses to get blessings of Lord Ram before I glorify him and his wonderful associates. Mata Ramo Matpita Ramachandra Swami Ramo Matsakha Ramachandra Sarvaswam me Ramachandro Dayalu Natyam Jane Naima Jane Na Jane Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram Rajivanetram Raghuvanshanatham Karunyarupam Karunaparantam Shri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadde Apadam Apahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyamam. Jai Shri Ram. So I just like Lord Hanuman, he said Jai Shri Ram and jumped off the mountain to cross the ocean. I'll try to cross this ocean of Harikatha on the power of Lord's names. And I hope that he will empower me so that I can speak the right words at the right time and they touch your heart in such a way that you feel closer to Lord Ram, you feel more intimacy with Lord Ram and can revive your connection with Lord Ram in your hearts. So, as you know, we are celebrating Ram Navmi. This is the appearance of Lord Ram, means that he, many thousands of years back in Treta Yuga, he appeared on this bhulok, on this planet, in this beautiful form of Lord Ram. And for many reasons he came. And I think many of you know, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita why he comes. Periodically Lord likes to come. So he comes in different yugas, in different forms, in different moods. He conveys different emotions, right? He has different associates. He has different relationships with different associates. But he tells you in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells you, why do I like to come? So some of you know, right? He says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamaham. And then परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. And then 4.9 जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वता त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नयेति मामेति. So Arjuna, so Lord says, okay, in Bhagavad Gita, please listen carefully. He says, I come for 3 reasons, and those 3 reasons are probably clear to all of us. Whenever there is a dharma, then to establish dharma he comes, we know that. He comes to protect his devotees or sadhu, paritranaya sadhunam. And then he comes for vinashraya chadushkritam. So he comes to annihilate the miscreants or the demonic powers, right? Demonic people, adharmic people. So these 3 are clear to us. Now, today, I'll tell you more reasons. I'll tell you his inner reasons, his more confidential reasons to come. Okay. And this is true for all the forms of Lord in which he comes. So one of the reasons why he comes, especially in the form of Lord Ram and Krishna, is to exchange many emotions, many pastimes with his various devotees. He exchanges rasas, he exchanges various mellows of, let's say, in Lord Ram, as Lord Ram, he exchanges this parental mood or Vatsalya Bhav with Maharaj Dashrath and with his 3 mothers, right? With Kaushalya, Sumitra, and Kekai. So he exchanges that mellow. He gets that mood of being treated like a beloved child. Then with Mother Sita, he exchanges the conjugal mood, the Madhurya Bhav. But in Lord Ram's Leela, the most predominant mood is the mood of, who can say, mood of service, right? Mood of das, mood of servant. So that's why you will see there are so many servants. Hanuman is one of the topmost, but then there is Jatayu, there is Shabri, there is Vibhishan. And then there is some Sakhya Bhav also with some of the other devotees, like with, let's say Vibhishan. He would like to have Sakhya Bhav with some, or with Sugriv. But they all consider themselves as servant of Lord Ram. So nobody wants to be friends with Lord Ram. It's always a mood of service or das, servitude for Lord Ram. So in this way, Lord comes to exchange these beautiful emotions with different devotees and then to engage them in his service, right? Now for us, what does it do? Somebody can say, Ramayana happened like thousands of years back. Okay, he came, he exchanged all these pastimes and he purified those devotees. They made Ram Setu for him. They lifted mountain for him. They jumped the ocean for him. They fed him bear and all. How does that help us? So the other reason Lord comes is he creates these wonderful, these legendary, these epic pastimes, this beautiful drama, this beautiful movie, you can say, he creates, in which he's the actor, he's the director, everything. And in this movie, there are so many emotions. There's so many aspects. There is tragedy, there is horror, there is romance, there is comedy, right? There is thriller, So all kind of rasas going on in that movie. So he creates this very wonderful, intricate movie for us that we talk about for ages and ages, right? We talk about Ramayana. We've been talking about Ramayana for millions, thousands of years. And what does that do? What does this Ram Katha do? Why are you here to listen to this Ram Katha for, so long? What does that do to us? That purifies our heart. Okay. All the useless anarthas, the wasteful qualities we have, of pride, illusion, anger, greed, lust, all these contaminations, these impurities start going away from our heart. So by Hari Katha, he creates this such a wonderful Leela that by talking about those Leelas, it purifies our heart. It decreases our sinful tendencies. Not only our sins are destroyed, not only our past sins are destroyed by hearing Ram Katha, but our sinful tendencies are destroyed. So you don't feel like committing anything wrong or bad or hurtful against anyone because of this Hari Katha, this Ram Katha is so purifying. So that's what that's what Lord Ram does. You know, he creates these beautiful pastimes that you talk about for ages and ages. Now, as all of you know, Ramayan, the Adi Kavya Ramayan, the epic poem, the original poem, the great poetry. It's called Itihasa. So you know Vedas have many portions. There are Puranas, Upanishads, right? So similarly, there are Itihasas. Itihasa means history. Okay, so this is not mythology. Okay, this is not made up. This is not something imaginary. This is not like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. Okay, this is our itihas. This is our history. Okay, and just because it happened thousands of years back does not mean that it is irrelevant now. Some people can say that the teachings of Ramayana are now irrelevant. They are obsolete. They are redundant. They are not applicable to modern times. Actually, today, modern time is the time when we need the ancient wisdom of Ramayana and Mahabharata the most. So story of Ramayana, this here in this picture, this is Valmiki. Valmiki wrote the original Adi Kavya called Ramayan, and then many other great authors, great personalities like Tulsidas, and there are so many others that have written various, they have derived Ramayan in local language, so like Ramcharitmanas is an Avdi Bhasha for people to easily understand. So if you think about, especially, if you're from India, at least I cannot think of any time in my life when I was not aware of Ramayana, when I was not aware of Lord Ram. It was not like Lord Ram was ever introduced to me. So Lord Ram and his stories, Ramayan, is part of our blood. He's part of our genes. He's part of our culture, our lineage, our heritage. He's the pran. He's the air that we breathe. Nobody can point out that that was the time when I first heard Ramayana in my life. So this is the importance of Ramayana, and Ramayana is so wonderful that it has shaped not only the history of India, it has actually shaped the culture of many other countries in the world, especially Asian civilization. Like in Japan, China, Indonesia, Cambodia. There are so many countries in which so many aspects of their tradition are derived from Ramayana. So if you read about it, they have like, and they don't even know about it. There are so many dances, there are movies, there are dramas, there is architecture, there is decorations, there is their dresses. They have some, statues in their countries. They're all basically Lord Ram and his associates from Ramayana. And even their history has been shaped by this very powerful, influential story of Ramayana. So today, I thought we'll deep dive into some of the wisdom of Ramayana. Ramayana is not just for entertainment, it is for enrichment and enlightenment also. Okay, entertainment means just hearing the story. Okay, I know the story, so that's good enough. No, that's not good enough. We have to derive the lessons. So there are two aspects of Ramayana. One, you have to derive the lessons and apply in your life. Okay, and that is what causes transformation. That is what enriches your life and finally leads to enlightenment. Okay, when we start applying those lessons in our life. Number two, so one is lessons. Everybody agrees? Lessons from Ramayana. So many lessons. From each small pastime, there are like 10, 20 different lessons you can derive. Okay. Second aspect, please listen carefully. This is more important than lessons. Second aspect of Ramayana is to feel various emotions for Lord Ram and his associates. So Ramayana it's Karun Leela. It's very sorrowful pastime. Okay. When you hear these pastimes, you should be connecting with the Lord. You should feel sorrow when Lord Ram is in separation from Mother Sita. When Sita is crying in isolation in Ashok Vatika, you need to connect and feel those emotions. And those emotions, when we feel so many emotions in this life, in this world, towards so many people, right? You have emotions for your children, for your people at your job, or for your family members, community members. So many emotions we feel, right? We feel anger, sometimes we feel sorrow, sometimes we feel very intimate, like that. We feel emotions, right? Those emotions bind us or liberate us. Feeling emotions for our people around us bind us. But when you feel emotions for Lord and his associates through his katha, they liberate you. Okay? So that's why it is so important that we develop these emotions for Lord Ram and his pastimes. We go deep dive into it, and it's never enough to just hear Ram Katha once. Nobody can say, okay, I have read Ramayana, I know the story, and that's it. That's enough. That's never enough. It's like the knowledge is spiral. So you'll start from outside and you will keep coming in and in and in and in inside. There is no end. There is no end. You will keep going in and in deep inside. It's like infinite ocean. Lord Ram's qualities and the qualities of, let's say, Mother Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman, Shabri, Jatayu, Vibhishan, Dashrath Maharaj, their qualities are oceanic. Okay, we will just try to take a little drop today, just give you a little taste. But what I'm saying is, it's not just entertainment, it's lessons, it's emotions, it purifies your past sins, it cures your sinful tendencies, it liberates you, and it detaches you from the world and attaches you to the Lord. Okay, so that's what Harikatha does. It detaches you from the material world and attaches you to the Lord. So, and this is a verse in glorification of great Maharishi Valmiki, who actually got association of Mother Sita while writing Ramayana. And also, as you know, who was his guru that inspired him to write Ramayana? The Jagat Guru, Narad Muni, the transcendental space traveler, Narad Muni. He inspired Valmiki to write Ramayana. Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam. So, and this verse is just saying that the great sages of this world, imagine Paramhamsas, okay, yogis, very, very elevated souls. These souls have given up this world. Okay, in this world we have so many tastes. Like, who likes ice cream here? Who likes chocolate here? Who likes to watch movies on Netflix here? Who likes to go to Vegas? Who would like to go to Vegas? Who would like to go to Hawaii? Okay, so everybody has these tastes, right? But these sages, these paramhamsas, they don't have any tastes for this world. So those hamsas that have no taste for anything of this world, they have taste for Harikatha. That's how tasteful Harikatha, Ram Katha is. So the personality on which these sages meditate, Ramante means to meditate and take bliss. They get bliss from this. That Lord Ram is called Lord Ram because great sages take bliss in his Ram Katha. So Ram means spiritual bliss. So I hope that you can feel some spiritual bliss here today. Okay, so let's start. We'll take some wisdom from Ramayana. Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, who all have read Bhagavad Gita? Right? Okay. And you're familiar with chapter 15. Chapter 15 is called Purushottam Yoga, Yoga of the Supreme Person. Okay. So there is a verse 19. Okay. It says, Yo mameva massamudo janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. So he says, Krishna says, whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. So, which means in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna declares that I am the Supreme Person, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Supreme Person, that's the chapter 15. And in another chapter, chapter 10, what is that chapter called? Who knows? Okay. That chapter is called Vibhuti Yoga, the opulences of the Absolute, right? In that, Arjun says to Krishna, you are the Supreme Person. I did not know. I thought you are my friend. but you are the Supreme Person. He says, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Devam Majam Vibhum. He says, not only you are saying you are the Supreme Person, all the rishis and sages also say that. Okay. So basically, Lord is the Supreme Person. Okay, Purushottam. So then what is the difference between Krishna? He's also Supreme Person. Lord Ram is also the Supreme Person. Yes, both are Purushottam. Chapter 15 says Purushottam Yoga. Both are Purushottam. Both are Supreme Person. The difference is Krishna is Leela Purushottam. Right? And what is Gaurang Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prem Purushottam, right? And so what is Lord Ram? Everybody say, Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram ki jai. So Lord Ram is Maryada Purushottam. Okay? So this is very important. Please listen to this carefully. Krishna is Leela Purushottam, which means when he comes, he does these very godly, very opulent pastimes which nobody can imitate. Okay? Like he will lift the mountain on the little finger of his left hand. Nobody can imitate. And nobody's supposed to imitate. Don't break your little finger. You need it. He will dance with millions of gopis. Nobody needs to do that, right? Okay. What else does he do? Dances on the thousands of hoods of Kalia. What else does he do? That we don't need to be imitating. Ingesting the fire and so many things, right? So as a child, from infant to all throughout his Bal Leela, he's killing so many demons, right? All this Dushta Daman Leelas. We don't need to be killing Dushtas as child. So he is Leela Purushottam, which means he performs all these very opulent, very Bhagwat, godly Leelas that nobody can imitate, and he shows all his opulences as, hey, I'm the Supreme Person, right? But Lord Ram is Maryada Purushottam, which means when he comes, when that Supreme Person comes as Lord Ram, he does very human-like, Narvat Leelas. Okay, Narvat Leelas. The Leelas or the conduct, his you can say his etiquettes are topmost. Okay, he's the ideal man that the world has ever seen. He's the Maryada Purushottam, which means there is no defect in his conduct. Whatever he does, he's absolute. He's absolute. He's Param Satya. So his conduct is perfect, top notch etiquettes, and his behavior is best. His dealings, his relationships with various people, perfect, best. So that is what we need to imitate. We don't need to imitate Krishna's actions. What do we follow for Krishna? Do we follow his actions? No. What do we follow? We follow his words through Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna, you follow his words through Bhagavad Gita, his instructions. Lord Ram, you follow his actions. Lord Ram, you can follow his actions, his dealings with different people, his behavior, his mannerisms, his conduct, how he talks, how he behaves, that you can follow. So those are Narvat Leela. They are meant for ordinary people. So he sets these high ethics, high principles and moral values for us to, understand. That's why I said in the beginning that in this age, we need the wisdom of Ramayan more than ever. When people are so corrupt, when they are so contaminated, when the heart is so impure. So we need to follow that ideal man who set the best conduct, so that when we deal with different people, we can deal from that platform. Will this please Lord Ram? Will this dealing of mine please Lord Ram? Is this what I need to do in this situation? Think about that and do that. If that is not pleasing to Lord Ram, maybe you don't need to do that, right? So that is why we need this wisdom of Lord Ram today more than ever. So this is how you can. Yes. But I don't want it there because this comes. Okay, so how can you identify the devotee of Lord Ram? Who here is a devotee of Lord Ram? Or aspiring to be a devotee? May not be a devotee yet, but aspiring, right? Okay. We are all aspiring to be a devotee of Lord Ram. That's why we are here, right? So how do you identify a follower or a devotee of Lord Ram? How would you identify? That person who is so well behaved, so dutiful, not beautiful, dutiful. Okay, beautiful doesn't matter. Dutiful, kind, sensitive, right? Broad-minded, compassionate, caring, active, in services, right? But still very sincere, very polite, very truthful, honest, humble, right? That is how you can identify. So think inside. Do I have these qualities? Do I have these, Maryada Purushottam Ram's qualities? It is said about devotees that Chaitanya Charitamrita says this. तथापि भक्त स्वभावा मर्यादा रक्षण मर्यादा पालन हया sadhura bhushan. Sadhu, whoever is trying to be a devotee here, sadhu, their bhushan, their jewelry, their abhushan is maryada. So whoever is trying to be a devotee here, that's why we need to follow in the footsteps of Lord Ram, because we are aspiring to be his servants. His servants, if you're trying to be his representative, then we need to have the topmost conduct, right? Best conduct, and not just amongst yourself, but at your workplace, with your family, with your friends, everywhere. So this is how Valmiki Ramayan opens. Okay, Valmiki Ramayan opens with Narad Muni's interaction with Valmiki. Valmiki Muni asks his spiritual master, Narad Muni, can you tell me who is the ideal man? Who is the ideal man in the past, present, future? Bhuto Bhavishyati. In the past, present, future. There will never be another ideal man like this, ever. So Narad Muni tells him that there is only one ideal man, and he's the complete abode of all qualities. So he starts telling him Lord Ram's qualities, and that's what inspires Valmiki Muni to write Ramayana. So this is how Narad Muni has inspired so much literature, but this is what this is one of the Adi Kavya that Narad Muni inspired. Okay, so I'm just going to take 2 or 3 qualities of Lord Ram, because his qualities are oceanic, so we can only touch a little bit. First of all, and I'm taking one of the qualities that is applicable to us, that we need to have in our life. Okay, that one of that qualities is detachment. Okay, so Lord Ram was going to be coronated the next day. And the day before, he was told by his mother, Kekai, that you need to leave for forest. Is that right? Everybody knows this? Who here knows this? Who here heard what I asked? Okay, so maybe I need to say this again. So Lord Ram was going to be coronated the next day, right? And the day before, he was told by his mother Kekai that he needs to go to forest. Do you know how Lord Ram reacted? Yes. 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 So he was smiling when he visited his mother, his beloved mother Kekai, who used to love him. The mother that had, when Ram and Sita had gotten married, this mother Kekai had given everything to Sita. She had given her, she said, I don't have enough to give to my beloved daughter-in-law. What can I give her? She had given her palace and then walked out, and she had the best palace because she was the favorite queen. And she walked out of the palace not knowing where to go. That beloved mother, when called Lord Ram, he was smiling, right? He was smiling beautifully, sober. Imagine Lord Ram's in your eyes, beautiful smile. And when she told him that you have to leave the kingdom and you have to go to forest for 14 years, his smile did not even falter. There was not even a millimeter defect in that smile. Forget about getting angry. His smile did not fade even at all. And this is not a show he's putting up. This is not about externals. Even internally, he does not feel any difference. Why is that? Why doesn't Lord Ram feel any difference? Why doesn't it matter to him that he's going to forest versus ruling Ayodhya? Okay. Anybody else other than the 2 kids who have all the answers? Okay, go ahead, Karthik, please. Yeah, he was very dutiful. He always obeyed his father. But so then he should feel separation, right? He's being told to leave his father. Yes. Yes. Yes, Hari Bol. Okay, so what she's saying is, so Lord Ram was going to be the king the next day. Was he going to enjoy the throne? Was he a bhogi person? No, he was just going to serve the kingdom, right? As a leader, servant leader, he was just going to serve the kingdom. Now, all that has happened is that his position of service has been changed. He's now going to go to the forest and serve the sages there. He's going to get sadhu sangha there. So the first principle for us, detachment, right? Don't get so attached to your name, fame, position, the material things. Always be attached to the service. Okay, always be attached to the service, not to the material things, because material things is what causes the attachment that make people angry and proud. And so when they have to give those things up, they become fearful and anxious. Oh no, my throne, my kursi, my chair will go away. So let's fight. Let's have all these, political dramas and conflicts and whatnot. So Lord Ram was not like that, right? Second principle to understand, second lesson here from Lord Ram, that whenever there is an adversity, whenever there is a problem, and in this material world, there will always be problem, right? This is a world of miseries. Dukhalyama shashvatam. There will always be problems. So there will always be adversity. It's like waiting around the corner. Some problem is waiting around the corner, right? But Lord Ram is teaching us that change that adversity into a situation of opportunity. So he is looking for opportunity even in this sort of reversal. This is a negative situation, right? This is a reversal. This is a reversal of life. This is a problem. But he is looking for opportunity. He's thinking, okay, I will go there. This is amazing. I will get to visit so many sages. I'll get to meet so many devotees. I'll get to meet, Shabri and sages of Dandakaranya, and I will meet Agastya Rishi and Bhardwaj Rishi, and he got to meet, so many wonderful devotees, so many monkeys that he met, and then Kevat, and then Guha, right? So many people I will meet. And I will get sadhu sangha, because in that forest live so many sages. I'll get sadhu sangha for 14 years. I'm getting association of devotees. So he is looking at this like a opportunity, right? Not like an adversity, not like a negative thing. So dealing with reversal as an opportunity for growth, for learning and service. And we should remember this concept. We should remember that in this world, anything can go away in a blink of eye, whether it's our, health, whether it's our money, whether it's our property, anything can go in a blink of eye. So if we are attached to these things on a material platform to enjoy these things for bhoga, then you will have fear, you will have anxiety, you will have anger, you will have frustration when these things go away. If you are owning these things not as a servant, that I'm using these things for service of the Lord, and if these things go away, then it Hari Ichha, right? Hari Ichha. He took them, he gave me those things to serve him for the time being, and now they're gone. So Hari Ichha. So in that way, if you're in that mood, then you will be detached, right? But if they are for your own enjoyment, personal agendas, and sense gratification, then you will be very fearful. So that is something. I'll not take that. We'll keep moving. So these are some of the qualities that Narad Muni, 16 qualities Narad Muni tells Valmiki. He says, I cannot tell you all of them. I'll just tell you 16 qualities. Now, for us, okay, so for as a human, those are the things we need to understand, right? We should have detachment, any adversity that comes, reversal that comes, look for opportunity and growth in that. Fine. Now, Lord Ram, let's look at this. What qualifications do you need to be a devotee of Lord Ram? Do you need to be very beautiful? No. No. Okay. Was Shabri beautiful? No. Do you need to be like a Brahman, a sage? Because sages of the undercurrents getting sadhu sangha. You have to be a sadhu. You have to be a devotee, a sage, a Brahman caste or something. No. Okay. Why? Can you give me an example of somebody who was not a Brahman? That was a devotee, great devotee. Vibhishan, not even he's a different species. He's a Draksha species. He's a demon species. So you don't even need to be human. Forget Brahman. Yes, Prabhuji. Jatayu, Hanuman, again different species. You don't even have to be human. You can be an animal, a bird, a demon. You can be, as long as you serve Lord with his heart. He only cares about your service, your love, your devotion, your surrender. Right? What else? Do you Kevat? Yes, Kevat. Nishad Raj, Guham. Do you need to be very rich? No, right? Any of these people, do they have much wealth, property? No. So in this way, you see, Lord Hanuman says in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's a very beautiful verse. I'll put it up. He says in Bhagavatam, let me show you. He says, and you can read this, but I'll recite the verse. He says, Na janmanunam mahato na sabhagam nava na buddhir na kritisto shahetu teryad vishrutanapi no mano kasas chakara sakhe bata Lakshmanagraja. He Lakshmanagraja. Who is Lakshmanagraja? Lord Ram. The elder brother of Lakshman is Lord Ram. What does Lakshman Agraj want? He says one cannot establish a friendship with the Supreme Lord Ramchandra on the basis of material qualities such as one's birth in an aristocratic family, one's personal beauty, one's eloquence, one's sharp intelligence, one's superior race or nation. None of those qualifications matter to Lord Ram. So all those things that we are working so hard for in this life, to get a big bank balance, does Lord Ram care? How much investments you have, stock holdings you have, Lord Ram care? Okay. If you are president of a country versus you are in the janitorial staff somewhere, does he care? Okay. Does he care if you have long, luscious hair versus you're bald? Does he care if you are I don't know, whatever parameters they are, very beautiful versus very deformed, very healthy versus very weak, right? Very strong. Does he care? None of those things, right? So Hanuman versus squirrel, he cares both for both their sevas, right? So then he says, this is Hanuman saying, he says, none of these qualities is actually a prerequisite for friendship with Lord Ramachandra. Otherwise, how is it possible that although we are uncivilized inhabitants of the forest, have not taken noble births, we have no physical beauty, we cannot speak like gentlemen, Lord Ramachandra has nevertheless accepted us as friends. So, of course, Lord Hanuman has all these qualities. He's intelligent, he's beautiful, he's Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Kari Beko Atur Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko Rasya Ram Lakshman Sita Vasya. So, Lord Hanuman does not have any of these defects, but still he's humble in saying this. Okay, so this is Lord Ram's mercy, right? Compassion, that he accepts anyone without any qualifications, right? Another aspect of Lord Ram's mercy, when he comes, he engages so many devotees in his service. Does he need all these people to do his service? Does he need monkeys to make the bridge for him? No. Does he need Hanuman to jump across the ocean to find Mother Sita? Does he need Shabri to tell him the way to Kishkinda? No, right? He does not need any of these. So why does he do that? Why does he use them? Why does he engage them? For their purification, right? For their purification. Because when you serve the Lord, like all these devotees here today have put up this program together. What are they doing? They're serving the Lord, right? So that's why you see we have Hanuman badges, because we are servant of the Lord. So in this way, if we can engage in service of the Lord, it is very purifying. He likes to nurture his devotees. He likes to develop deep connections. When you do services together, actually that develops deep connections. So Lord Ram was always engaging devotees in his service so there can be intimate relationships and connections with the devotees. Haribol, can we come in and honor the Ram Kata? What is going on? We have time for Ram Leela. We need to come back in and participate in Ram Katha. We will give you time to. Yeah, if you want to do your best job in Ram Leela, then you need to hear Ram Katha. So come on back in. Jai Shri Ram. Okay, let's keep going. So in this way, Lord, shows his dependence. Okay, let's take I wanted to take something from Mother Sita. So Mother Sita, when she got married to Lord Ram, okay, Mother Sita was very intensely praying, very fervently praying that I hope this Lord Ram, this Ram will pick up the bow, the Shiv Dhanush. She was very, very deeply praying, meditating on Lord Ram that please, Narayan, oh my worshipable deity, please let this Lord Ram pick up the bow. So so Mother Sita's teachings, teachings that we have from Mother Sita are applicable to us as devotees. Okay, if you are aspiring to be a devotee of the Lord, or if you are a devotee of the Lord, we need to very intensely pray to Lord that please come into my life. Please accept me as your servant. Just like Mother Sita was praying, please, I want to be your wife. Please make this Ram, my maintainer, my pati. Pati means maintainer. Make him my maintainer. So we need to have this intense feeling, fervent hope that I want Lord Ram to be my maintainer, my proprietor, my controller. So not like we don't want favors from anybody else. We don't want favors from politicians or great celebrities or powerful people or wealthy people of this world. We just want maintenance and protection from our Lord. That is called Kevalya Bhakti. That is called Ananya Bhakti. When you're completely sold to that one Supreme Lord, the Supreme Person. So, it says, Nagar Prabhu sang very nicely that if you Jahi ke jahi par satya snehu, so tahi mile na kachu sandehu. That if you really desire somebody from your heart, you will get that person. So if our object of worship, object of meditation is Lord Ram, then we will get him. Then, when the time came for Lord Ram to leave, so Kekai has told Ram that you need to leave, okay? And he has accepted this order on his head. He said, okay, mother, you did not even have to use your 2 boons. I would have just left. Why did you waste your 2 boons in this? In this, I could have just left. You just needed to order me. You're my mother. You can order me. You can tell me whatever you want to do. I will do it. You didn't have to waste your 2 boons for this. You could have used them for something else. So he was ready to leave. And then Mother Sita started leaving with him. And Lord Ram tried to tell her, you don't need to leave. You're a princess. You're used to comforts. You need to live in Ayodhya. There are so many resources and facilities here. You stay here in comfort. But Mother Sita left. Why? Is it just because she is his wife? Yes. But for us, what does it mean? What does it mean? Yes. She's so attached, which a devotee should be attached to Lord, right? So what do? You go where the service takes you. You go out of your comfort zone. You don't just sit in your house, okay, I'm just going to sit and just stay in the comfort zone. You go where the service takes you. That's why you see all these devotees that have come from Little Rock and Hot Springs and Mississippi. Why? Because you go where the service is, where Lord Ram needs you, right? That's where you go. Because Mother Sita said, Ayodhya is where you are. Otherwise, this place will just be like a Shamshan Ghat for me. So I will go where you go because I have taken a vow to serve you. Right? This is what devotees do. They take a vow. They take a vow to serve Lord eternally. Right? So we leave our comfort zone, become detached. Like Hanuman, go out of your comfort zone. Like Prabhupada, get out of your comfort zone and go where the service takes you. Dham is where the Lord is. Right? So then the very famous pastime comes. Okay, please listen this very carefully because this is very important and very, very applicable to us. So Marich came in the form of a golden deer. Marich was the uncle of Ravan and he took this form of golden deer to allure Mother Sita. And what happened? Now Mother Sita is of course Bhagwan, right? But in this Leela, she's playing this role and we have to take lessons from Ramayan. So what are the lessons that our teachers, our acharyas teach us? That when you get these material temptations and allurements and you get distracted by them, then you lose the Lord in your life, right? So she got tempted, she got distracted by this golden deer. And not only Bhagwan, but also she drove the Guru, Lakshman is Guru Tattva. She drove him out of her life as well. So this temporary allurement, so we have to be very careful. We have to guard ourselves. So we live in this material world and on a daily basis, there are so many temptations. Something to eat, something to watch, something to do, some people to meet, something like that. So many material allurements will be there. So we have to guard ourselves very, very strongly. Otherwise, we will lose the service of Lord Ram. So she lost that service for which she had come out to the forest. And then what happened? So then, Lord Ram went to chase that golden deer. And then Lakshman was there. Lakshman was put there by Lord. It was his post to guard Mother Sita, right? But then what did Mother Sita do? This is second lesson to learn from this pastime. she was very, very harsh, very, very insensitive to Lakshman. Okay. Um, so understand here that of course she's very emotional. She's worried about her Lord. Fine. But for us, what we have to learn is that if you're very harsh, very insensitive to people that are your well-wishers, your teachers, let's say your parents, your guides, your mentors, when you are harsh, you turn against them, you turn on them, you will drive them away from your life. You will drive away from their life. And it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, a very beautiful verse, that there is no other pain in this world that is bigger than the pain of losing the association of devotees, and in this case, Lakshman, who's a Guru Tattva. That if your Guru leaves you, if the senior devotee leaves you, if the Vaishnavas leaves you, if your teacher leaves you, because you were so harsh, so insensitive, so horribly, she talked to Lakshman. And she forgot the 13 years of service that Lakshman has done for her, right? He did not sleep at all at night. You know that he never used to sleep, right? For 13 years he had not slept. He was not eating anything. He will not eat anything. He made all these cottages for Lakshman and Ram, and he would stand guard outside in the night, right? So 13 years of sacrifice, and they knew each other. They had a very sweet, tender relationship for 25 years. But by being so harsh in this moment of indiscretion, she lost him. And he, in Valmiki Ramayana, it is described that he kept saying, Mother Sita, I'm leaving, but I can promise you when I come back, you will not be here. He kept saying multiple times, you will not be here. I tell you, I will come back, and you will not be here. So this is the state, for us. We have to understand that when we are harsh to people, those people, especially if they are in a position of protection for us, if they're giving us shelter, care, guidance, then if you lose them, there is no pain. There is no greater unhappiness than that. Okay, so that is the second lesson. Third lesson. Then what happened? He left, but he drew a Lakshman Rekha. He said, at least stay within the rules, within the restrictions, within the regulations of this Lakshman Rekha, right? At least stay within this boundary. I will leave, fine. Okay, you don't want me, I will leave. But stay within this boundary. And that boundary for us, represents the boundary, the rules, the regulations, the restrictions that are imposed by our teachers, by our mentors, by our guides, right? We have some restriction. When we perform sadhana bhakti, we have some rules that we follow, right? So we have to stay within the margins, within the daira, within the circle of that rules and regulations. Otherwise, it's if you are not in the shelter of devotees, you're not in the shelter of those rules either, everything is gone, everything is lost, right? So in that moment when she was neither in the shelter of, so she lost Guru, she lost Sadhu, and now she lost those vows, the regulatory principles that were keeping her within the protection, the shelter, and she was gone, right? She was lost. So this is okay. But now when she was lost, when Ravan took her, this is very beautiful. What did Mother Sita do? She was intensely meditating on Lord Ram. Okay. She was throughout that time when she was in Ashok Vatika, when he was carrying her away on Pushpak Viman, she was intensely focused on Lord Ram. And she was praying to him. There's a beautiful song. It goes like this. Ekakini dandaka kananatat saniyamana dashakandarena Sita dada krushadananyanaथा Govinda damodar madhaveti Prasida Vishnu Raghuvamshanatha Sura Suranam Sukha Dukha Heto Rurod Sita Tu Samudra Madhe Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. So Mother Sita said, left alone, Sita was carried out of the forest by the 10-headed Ravan. At that time, accepting no other lord, we do not have any protection. I got a taste of that today. For 2 minutes, I got a taste of that today. I was driving here very fast because I was running late, and a cop came behind me, and I did not have my license on me because it had fallen out of my wallet during all this preparation and all this stuff. So I called Nagarchand Prabhu, my husband. Can you come back? Can you come back? Can you help me? I'm in this sticky situation. I don't know what to do. He cannot come back because he was here all the way and I was like 40 minutes back. So I said to my mother, and Navya was sitting in the car, start chanting Ram Ram. We were chanting Ram 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 Ram. And that cop came. I said, I don't have my ID. It fell out of my. He said, okay, just tell me social security. We don't. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Within 10 seconds, we were gone. So no other law, nobody can protect you. Who came to protect Mother Draupadi? Nobody. Her 5 husbands. Nobody can protect you. So when there is real difficulty, nobody can protect you. So she said, accepting no other Lord, there is no other Pati, there is no other Gati, there is no other maintainer except that. And so Sita cried. Then she said, O Lord Vishnu, be gracious, Lord of the Raghu, cause of the happiness and distress of gods and demons. The Sita cried as she was being carried out over the middle of the ocean. So, and then when she was sitting there in the Ashok Vatika, Ravan will come. You will see that today. Ravan will come and the demons will come, Rakshasis will come and they'll try to torture her, right? They'll say, not torture, like they'll say, keep poking her. Okay, you need to accept Ravan. You need to accept Ravan. Ravan said, I will make Mandodari your servant. Mandodari will serve you. You just become my queen. But Mother Sita will not give in. So she was constantly remembering the name, form, qualities, pastimes of the Lord. So this is another, lesson for us that we pray when we are in Maya, which we are in Maya, right? We are in this material world in Maya. So we pray very intensely for protection of the from Lord Ram. So it says this is a very beautiful verse from Valmiki Ramayana. It says, शक्या लोभयितुं नाहम् ऐश्वर्येण धनेन वा अनन्या राघवेनाहं भास्करेण प्रभा यथा. O Ravan, I am not capable to be tempted by wealth or by money. I am not separate from Raghav, like the sunshine with the sun. So it's just like you cannot separate sunshine from the sun. Energy and energetic cannot be separated. So I am not separate from my Raghav. So you cannot tempt me with any kind of wealth or any kind of palaces or all these temptations. So don't give into allurements of this world. There will be allurement, but it is described. How should we live in this world? We should live like the tongue lives between the teeth. Okay, just like Prahlad lived with the demons, right? He was living with so many demons, but Prahlad kept his Krishna consciousness going. We live in this world, we keep our Krishna consciousness going. Just like Vibhishan lived in Ravan's kingdom. Similarly, Mother Sita was also living there. Okay, I think I have 5 more minutes. I'm going to take one last thing and then we'll stop. Is that okay? Yeah. So, okay, so this is from, I want to take Lakshman because without the trio, it's not complete. So let's take Lakshman. So Lord Lakshman, I'm going to take only one pastime, and that is the same pastime that I described when Mother Sita had that harsh, this conversation with Lakshman. So what was Lakshman's response? Now let's think about that, okay? So we understood that we should not be harsh or insensitive to people, right? Hostile to people like that, especially people that are our well-wishers. Now, what did Lakshman think? So in the pastime I described, Mother Sita's authority was Lakshman because Lakshman was guarding her. So we are taking him as an authority. But now let's listen from Lakshman's perspective. Who is the authority? The Mother Sita is the authority, right? She is her Swami. She is her Bhagwan. She is the one he's serving. So how did he respond? How did he respond? What is Lakshman's quality? Is he always very sober, or is he like a very angry young person? Angry young person, right? He's none other than Balram. He's none other than Anantashesh. He's none other than Sheshnag. So he's very, very angry personality, right? His persona is that to retaliate, to be very angry in service of Lord, especially. So in this situation, he was very calm, even though his heart was breaking from inside. His heart broke. It is described his heart broke into 1,000,000 pieces. when Mother Sita spoke to him like this. Why? Because he had, you know, such love, such devotion for Mother Sita, and she said such harsh things. She even questioned his intentions for her. She even questioned his devotion for Ram and for her. And that broke his heart. But he did not retaliate. He did not respond. He did not say anything. Why? Can anybody answer? Why? If he's such an angry young person, why didn't he get angry back at her? Okay, we'll take from somebody else. Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, but yeah, she was already angry, right? So she was angry at him. He did not get angry back, right? Yes. Okay, so he knew that this is an emotional response, right? She's just very emotional, very worried about her beloved Lord Ram. So for that one emotional reaction, for that one moment of indiscretion, is he going to forget the 25 years of love and intimacy and the beautiful, gentle, warm relationship that they have shared? Is he going to do that? So in our life, does it happen that we have these altercations with people and they are hostile to us and we are hostile back, right? Does that happen? And we break the lifelong relationship with them. Does that happen? Right? We always do, right? We always break our relationship with people like that. But what did Lakshman do? He remembered that this mother of mine, you know, she's just worried about her Lord, and so this is just an emotional response. So he stayed very quiet and very sober. Okay. What are the other reasons? What is another very important reason? So other reason is was she in any way harming the service of the Lord, or was this a personal insult, personal slight? This was a personal insult, right? So when we get angry, we should see if it is a personal slight, personal insult to our ego, we should tolerate that. Okay. If it is a problem in the service of the Lord, then we should get angry. Okay. Then we should respond. So, okay, he's such an angry young man. How did he maintain his cool? What strategy did he use? And this we can use in our life. What strategy did he use to stay quiet and calm? He paused. He stopped. He thought about it. Okay? He thought about it. He thought, this is my mother. This is my beloved mother Sita. I'm completely surrendered to her, and this will not please Lord Ram. If I got angry back at her, this will not please Lord Ram. He paused. And that pause gave him a moment to not react or retaliate, but to respond in a gentle, authoritative way. Right? So he in a very gentle way, he responded. So you respond, you don't react or retaliate. Okay, in a situation like that. Okay. Now he went to Lord Ram, right? He left and went to Lord Ram. What did Lord Ram say? Was he very happy that he left Mother Sita? He was angry. He was was very upset, and he did the same thing that Mother Sita had done. Huh? He that one questioned his character and his intentions, and Lord Ram questioned actually his skills and his. I cannot have confidence in you. I cannot have faith in you as my servant, huh? Because you have broken my trust. So he's questioning his trust and confidence and faith and whatnot. So again, Lord Lakshman is getting another set of beating from Lord Ram. This is so heartbreaking, and for such an angry, for such a bold person like him. But when a senior, so this is another lesson for us to learn. When a senior, when an authority, when a guru, chastises us, a parent chastises, a teacher chastises a child, it is, even if it is not our fault, we tolerate. Okay, you just tolerate. It is in our interest to stay respectful. It is in our interest to continue to serve despite these provoking situations. You don't start blaspheming your teacher or master, right? But can somebody give an example from Ramayana when Lakshman was actually very angry at someone? Shrupnakha, he got very angry, right? Because she was going to harm Mother Sita. Sugriv, he got very angry, right? So, which means when it's a Bhagwan, Guru Tattva, senior, you tolerate a parent, somebody in your authority position, you tolerate, right? You stay respectful, stay dutiful. But when you are in the leadership position and it's somebody under you and they are refusing the service of the Lord, like Sugriv, Everybody knows that pastime, that Sugriv had promised Lord Ram that I will help you. And he said, but wait, Lord Ram, can you wait 4 months of Chaturmas, because it's a very rainy season. We can't find Sita. My monkeys will not be able to find Sita because it's so cloudy, it's so rainy. They will not be able to find. Can you wait just 4 months, and then I promise I will come to you and we will all go find Mother Sita. But 4 months passed, and Lakshman is seeing Ram crying in separation from Sita. And this Sugriv did not come even after 4 months. 4 months passed and Sugriv did not come. And what was Sugriv doing? Enjoying with the other monkeys in his kingdom. So Lakshman, as the angry young man that he is, he blasted the doors of Sugriv and he dragged him to Ram. So when it is, you are in a leadership position and you see that a servant is not acting properly, they're not following the proper conduct, they're getting distracted from the service, then you drag them. Then you have to be angry. So you become angry in service of the Lord, not for personal insults or slights, right? So that is Lakshman. He showed how to tolerate provoking situation. And I just had this to show that this is a soda bottle and this is a mineral water bottle. So when you open a soda bottle, it explodes, right? It just comes out of the fizz. So that's a retaliation, a reaction. But water bottle stays calm, so we should stay calm. And what can you do to settle the fizz of the soda bottle? You just open and leave it, right? The fizz settles. That's why take some time to respond. Take a break. Lakshman pulled back. Lakshman left Mother Sita because Sita was so angry, he did not want to upset her anymore. Let me retreat from this situation. She's angry, she's emotional. I don't want her to say anything more harsh to me. So he pulled back. So you just open the bottle, let the fizz settle, right? So we don't need to explode like this. So always press the pause button. Okay, I'll stop here because we have many, many more things to plan for you. I will just say last few things, last couple things. So in Glorification of Lord Ram and Sita, just remember Lord Ram is very, very merciful. Mother Sita, very, very merciful. When whatever service, whatever little service you render, okay, to Mother Sita and Lord Ram, they will remember. In this world, whatever you do for anybody, they will forget. Okay, like at your work, if you do not show up for a couple days, you will start getting messages. We'll fire you, whatever. But Lord Ram, even little service you do, he remembers. Okay, when Mother Sita and Ram were being coronated, okay, there was a lot of celebrations going on. There was red color flying everywhere. And suddenly Mother Sita started crying. Very, very badly, she started crying. And Ram said, Sita, are you not happy? We are being coronated today. We waited for this day for 14 years. Why are you crying? She said, oh my Lord Ram, you saw this red color flying in the air? That red color reminded me of when Ravan attacked Jatayu and his wing got cut and the red blood flew into the air and he fell and Father Jatayu died and I could not save him. And I kept screaming for him, but I could not save him. And imagine if Father Jatayu was here today, how much he would have loved to see this celebration. So this red color reminded me I was missing Father Jatayu. So amazing they are, Mother Sita and Lord Ram, so merciful they are. They will remember each and every little service you do. If you even pick the paper here to put it in the trash, you will get spiritual credit for that. Anything you did here today, anything spiritual you did for them, you will get credit for that. Nobody knows how many sins will get destroyed. Okay, and Lord Ram, he's so merciful. When he used to walk in the jungle, there would be stones stuck. There'd be thorns on his feet. Okay, and Lakshman would try to clean his feet in the night. Ram will not let him clean them. Lakshman told Sita, Sita, Ram is not letting me clean these stones and thorns. His feet are bloody with all these stones and thorns. They're his komal, his soft lotus-like feet are so badly injured because of these stones and pebbles. Can you clean them? So Mother Sita said, okay, I'll try to clean them. She tried to clean them. Ram would not let her touch his feet. He said, no, Sita, don't clean them. Sita said, why? Why can't I clean those feet? He said, these stones, these thorns, these pebbles, they have all taken shelter of my feet. And I have made a vow that if somebody takes shelter of my feet, I never leave them. I never leave them. They have taken shelter of my feet. How can I leave them? So he says in this Valmiki Ramayana, a very beautiful verse comes. He says, Sakrideva prapanno yastavasmiti ch yachate abhyam sarvada tasmai dadami etad vratam mama. Sakrit. Sakrit word comes in our Vedas many times. Sakrit meaning even once. Even once. Sakrideva prapannoyam. Even once if somebody says, Lord Ram, I'm yours. Tavasmi. Tav asmi. I am yours. Even once if somebody says, Lord Ram, I'm yours. Abhyam sarvada tasmai. To that person I grant abhedan. Meaning I make them fearless. Etad evam vratam mama. This is my vow. That even once if somebody says, Tavasmi, I give them abhedan. I give them fearlessness. So let's all say, Lord Ram, I'm yours. Lord Ram, I'm yours. Lord Ram, I'm yours. We say 3 times. Lord Ram, I'm yours. Very bold. So abhedan Bhagwan ne aapko de diya. Okay, let's end with some prayers. रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतया पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचंद्र चरणौ मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचंद्र चरणौ वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचंद्र चरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचंद्र चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. And then one more. This is it. भर्जनं भवबीजानाम् अर्जनं सुख संपदाम् तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनम्. Bharjanam. Bharjanam means, have you seen the chanas being roasted on a fire? That is called bharjan. Bharjan. So your karmas of life get destroyed. Chane ki tarah they get destroyed. Okay, they get bhun jate hain, they get destroyed. Arjanam sukh sampadam. Sukh sampada or happiness and prosperity arjit hoti hai, meaning you achieve that. Tarjanam yamdutanam. Yamdut cannot even touch you. Who? For whom these things happen, for whom the karmas are destroyed, for whom the sukh sampati is easy to get, and for whom yamdutas cannot touch. Ram Rameti Garjanam. The one, that person who in his lifetime, like a lion, roars the name of Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. So whoever does the Garjana, the roaring of the names of Lord Ram, for those people, these things are easy to achieve. Okay. Okay, Syavar Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Ram Lalla in our Ayodhya Dham ki jai. Lakshman Sita Hanuman ki jai. Shri Ram Navmi Mahamotsav ki jai. Okay, Haribol. Any questions? I'll move from here so you can set up. Any questions anybody has or any realizations? Anything anybody wants to share?